Hello, hello. Welcome back to the garden. I am so glad that you are joining me today. We're going to be discussing and visiting with fennel and the medicinal purposes of fennel. Hi, Maple. And also engaging in conversation that is incredibly helpful and important for us as we move through life discerning what is good for us, what is of God, and we'll be looking at that through the lens of Jesus' teachings. And why are we doing that? Why did Jesus teach us how to discern? Because we need help. We need help to know. The bees and butterflies, they know how to find it, don't they? They're busy here in the morning. Oh my goodness. Look at this. We'll be back. Alright, so our fennel plant, this one growing nice and strong, it's in the sun. And I wanted to show you this. This is not the first time we visited our fennel plant. If y'all been with me and watching, I have made a couple of videos explaining the benefits of fennel, and we even made a tea together. So just to recap, fennel is it's a really sweet licorice flavor that I love so much. Pairs well, so good, with chamomile. Both can be grown in the garden, both can be grown wild. So just put it in the ground and let Mother Nature do her thing. Sweet licorice flavor also pairs well with mint, great in teas, and it's got different growing phases that, while this plant is just completely medicinal, so there's no part of it that you cannot consume. Today we're going to focus on these beautiful flowers, right? So you can take the sprigs. The sprigs are what you'll see early on in this plant's life, and that you can see that the sprigs, the shoots are dying out, giving way to the more mature phase of this beautiful plant. It is currently between its flowering phase and its seeding phase. Its seeds are where the most potent medicine is, and so I'm really excited. What will happen is these flowers will turn brown and become seeds, and when they do, I'm just going to pluck them off, bring them inside, make sure those seeds get nice and dry, and you put them in an apothecary jar, and you just place them in your tea diffuser for the most incredible digestive aid that I know of in the garden. Plus it's delicious. Have I said it's delicious? This is I wanted to start here, right? Showing you the best plant first. Look, I mean, it's just so good. And then finally, what will happen is I'm not going to take all of the seeds. I'm going to let this plant die off right where it's at with some of its seeds, because next year it's going to come up. Maybe there'll be another shoot or two. Oh, tomatoes. And of course over here, I planted another fennel. You can see her, look at her. She's growing so wild. It's like a bonsai. So I have her growing in 3 different places. This is the second place. This particular corner gets the least amount of sun, like nearly no sun, and you can see she's still just coming up so beautifully. And then the other spot I have fennel is over here on the other side of my house, this is just kind of an area where so many things, we just let it grow up. And look at this. There is fennel and more and more. And this is how fennel will expand. So I am just not in any shortage of seeds coming this year. So exciting. Such an easy plant. So aromatic. The bees love it too. I hope you'll consider planting some fennel in your own yard. And so I'm here to share in discussion with you. Look at this perfect, imperfect beauty. Ways of discernment. Discernment. This is a really beautiful discussion to have and so helpful. And the phrase, "you will know them by their fruits," came through to me, and it's been playing in my mind. Playing in my mind like a gentle song, a gentle guide, a remembering, and I want to have that discussion with you guys here. You will know them by their fruits. And of course in the Bible this is referring to being aware of the Pharisees and understanding, discerning, dare we say it, judging. How to spot that which is not holy. Those strong, confident voices that come to us telling us what is and what isn't, right? Just on a human level, that can be really confusing because we see that all over our lives. It's running away. There we go. There he is. Bye-bye. We see that everywhere. And if you are a gentle-hearted soul, a people pleaser, an empath, you have probably taken up a lot of bad advice, poor directives. There's a lot of confusion, and I want to help you with that today with this phrase. You will know them by their fruits. When I was early in sobriety, this was almost 18 years ago, and I got sober by the grace of God and was sent to a woman. My heart was guided right to a woman who became my mentor, my sponsor. And one of the first gifts that she gave me was the ability to discern between who I should engage with in the program of AA, who I should trust my friendship, my heart, my mind, my sobriety with. And she said, ask yourself, Lisa, do they have what I want? In other words, when I'm standing in front of this person, are they living, are they exuding the energy that I want to embody? Are they living the life? Are they living the word? Do I feel good? Do I see the good? Maybe they're telling me about their good, but do I feel it? And this was an activation, a redirection of my own gut knowing, of that which speaks to me internally, letting me know, go there or don't go there. And the Bible tells us you will know them by their fruits. So when you're standing in the presence, okay, let's just get very literal with it. When you are standing in the presence of a fruit tree that isn't fruiting, it can't fool you. It can't fool you, it's very clear. Or a sick fruit tree, right? So we can be that literal. Are you taking health advice from somebody who is clearly not healthy? my vocation is in helping others get healthy, heal their bodies. I work with nutrition, things like that. I help people to connect their body to loving, healthy movements. It's not just exercise, right? If you love Orange Theory Fitness, fine, but I would never direct someone there because it does not lay the important pieces together. Do they have what I want? Are they living in the way that I want? Is this tree fruiting? There it is. And then lovingly allow yourself the opportunity to discern that way. And that is a gift I hope to impart just in this discussion. When I first read the story about Jesus cursing the fig tree because it didn't have any figs, oh my goodness, look at this strange baby. I was really offended at first. Oh my gosh, why is he so angry? Cursed a fig tree so it doesn't have fruit. What do you want? And upon further exploration, I understood what he was expressing, what we were seeing, what I was seeing there, is the rightful discernment that we need to use. Because I have been so confused. I've been in relationships that have really gaslit my understanding of what it means. We discern where we go, the folks that we engage with, the places we go, the activities that we take up, that we invest our time in. We must discern based on how we feel inside, not based on how it's being sold to us, not based on how someone sells themselves to us. How does my gut feel? Today, let us release the shame that we have taken upon ourselves. The way we've limited our ability to judge, judgment and discernment, not condemnation, but discernment. It is good. It is good to notice that this fig tree does not have fruit on it, so I'm not just going to stand here waiting for it to give me fruit. And then furthermore, just a little more medicine, right? Because here we are, we're pointing out what has been misaligned. And I'm hungry for it. I'm hungry for the remedy. We are seeing here how we've been misaligned, misdirected, shamed and guilted out of our God-given right, the right directive to use discernment and judgment. But what is beyond that? How can we expand? How can we expand into more wisdom, more practicality? Upon reflection, Christ opens my heart to see the spectrum available here in discernment. First, I was guided to discern what is fruitful. You will know them by their fruits. What is not fruitful? But a bit deeper, how can I apply more of this wisdom, more of this medicine internally to the closed off, the blocked, the directives, the cracks inside of me that really, really need peace? And that is this. On the spectrum of knowing what is not fruitful, What am I placing suspicion over? What am I hearing that is not there? This verse directs us to look deeper. Don't just accept what's being sold to us. But when I look deeper, am I filling in holes? Am I filling in the cracks and placing meaning over things from a wounded place? Am I suspicious of what's being said right now? For instance, you look great today. Well, does that mean I didn't look great yesterday? Be careful and compassionate and acknowledge when you are sabotaging, when we are sabotaging something beautiful. Just an example of ways we can be presented with some information and just sort of sour the fruit on our own. Because we have been fed so much sour fruit, that is what we expect. And can we undo that? Can we lay new medicine down? Can we stretch out upon the full spectrum of discernment? Can we slow down, move into our gut, our hearts, see through the lens of the Holy Spirit, let it convict us and move us into that full spectrum, that nuance that shows us completely at the same time, this is not the fruit I want for me. But also, can I open, soften, and accept the fruit that I do want? That is also here. The fruit that is in my life. That loving word, the gift, all of these beautiful miracles that are actually everywhere in my life. Breathe into that space. And this is how we move. This is how we correct. This is how we heal. By slowing down and allowing that medicine to present itself. Allowing ourselves to see. Return to have the eyes that see. And you will know them by their fruit. Trust yourself. Trust that feeling in your gut and follow it. There are two ways to say this. Many ways, actually. When your gut alarms you and you ignore it, enough times you will completely confuse those energy wisdom centers inside of you that give you those alarms. You will confuse them, and soon enough, not only not be able to see them or hear them, read them, but you'll actually start following into those dark places because you have programmed, forced your body and your energy field to accept that which your highest intelligence was originally trying to guide you away from. Another way to say this in Christian words, though meaning the same thing, the Holy Spirit, a gift from God, a friend to guide us, because Jesus came and left. The Holy Spirit will tell us, will set off alarms, will say loudly, don't go that way. And if we ignore it enough times, we will callous our ears. We will confuse ourselves from hearing the voices, the God-given voices that say no or yes, or the enemy, the inverted one. Trust yourself. You have been given the gift. Your fruits are inside. So come home to yourself. Go to the places and appreciate. Come back to life. Breathe life, attention, reverence, love back into those places that are designed by God to direct you. And trust, because that is the way. Thank you so much for joining me in the garden today, and Maple. I hope that this helped you to get into the garden. Find your way with medicine. Discern the fruit. Learn the ways in which we may plug in the way God intended. Thank you so much. See you in the next one. Blessings.